What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, guys, to another La Liga preview for Barcelona, guys. We are already back in La Liga tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We play at home against Real Betis after an amazing win in the Copa del Rey against Atletico de Madrid, reaching the finals. Great performance from the players. We are back in La Liga to basically fight for the La Liga crown. Still 3 points between Barcelona and Real Madrid, and now we play Real Betis. And if I'm gonna be honest, guys, this is gonna be a very, very tough game. Why? Because Real Betis, apart from Barcelona, you could arguably say they are the best informed team in the league. They are on a roll right now. They're currently 6th in the table. They're 6 points away from the top 4. They're in a real fight to get in the Champions League next season. So this game has turned out to be an important, a huge game for us. A very, very tough game it is. They've won their last 6 league games, right? In fact, in this winning run that they've been in, they've beaten Real Madrid. I remember they beat Madrid 2-1. It was an amazing performance and much deserved. Some of their key players, obviously, guys like Anthony, who they got on loan from Manchester United, has been balling out over there. Isco, completely rejuvenated over there at Real Betis. Even guys like Lo Celso have been showing a lot of great performances. Marc Roca and a lot of these guys have been playing so well, and they are in form. Now, obviously, when we played them earlier this season, it was during our bad run, and we actually, funny enough, drew against them. We looked like we were going to get the win. In the end, we did battle it in the end, and we ended up drawing the game 1-1. I'm sorry, 2-2. And it was a iffy performance. Yeah, I was very disappointed with how we played in that game. But in the end, we did get a draw, and like I mentioned, this one is going to be tough. Now, obviously, we are the informed team. We are the team, we are the favorites. Obviously, we are at home, and also we are basically in a better form than they are, right? Like I mentioned, we are like the only team that's in better form right now is us. And after that morale boosting victory in the Copa del Rey, couple that with the fact that we did win last week in the league against Girona and also beat Osasuna, we're on smoke right now. We are on smoke, and we need to be on smoke against Real Betis, absolutely for sure. Now, as far as Betis squad is concerned, if there's any problems I would say they have in their team, is that they could potentially not have Isco tomorrow, which is going to be huge. Because in their winning run that they've been in the past few weeks, Isco has been amazing. He has been amazing. He's been one of their best players, if not their best player. So losing him potentially in the game against us is very, very big for them, and they need to work on it. We'll see how they work on it. We'll see what they do. But as far as we're concerned, obviously the injury problems still continue. I did hear that Christensen was actually back training with the team, but we should not expect to see him in the game against Betis. The good news is, guys like Araujo and Kobashi and Inigo, they all look like they're all back now. Obviously, Dani Olmo, we will not have him in the game. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of lineup Hansi Flick does decide to go with, because he has been talking a lot about the fixture pileup, and he's even mentioned the fact that we have such a ridiculous pileup when it comes to the games that it's going to be very, very difficult for this team to really get to where they need to go to, reach their destination. And also, he's going to rely on the squad, and that to me tells me that he's potentially going to change the squad, right? We're going to see a lot of changes. Now, obviously, we saw that Fermin Lopez started in the game against Atletico. I don't think we're going to see him start. I think we could potentially see Gavi get back in the lineup. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see a lot of changes. Even though I'm saying all of this, it's very, very interesting because we do have a Champions League game against Dortmund. So Hansi Flick might decide to make a few changes in this game. I do expect to see Lewandowski start. That is one thing I will say, because he didn't start against Atletico de Madrid. So we should expect to see him start. I do believe that the front line will stay the same. Midfield, I do see guys like Pedro and De Jong staying in the team. I don't see any changes there. Maybe Hansi Flick might decide to maybe bench De Jong for the game in the Champions League for Eric Garcia. Possibly that could be a surprise change. I think if you were going to see any changes, it will probably be in the defense. It will probably be in the defense. We'll probably see Araujo start, and we could potentially see a Kubashi get benched and Inigo start with Araujo in that game. But if I'm going to be very honest, I still believe in this team. And also, Real Madrid are playing tomorrow as well. Like, this is probably one of the few times we have both Barca and Madrid are playing on the same day. And they will be playing early. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're playing Alaves, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, by the way, so I didn't actually check. But I think they're playing. I know they're playing at home. So they didn't play well against Leganes in their last home game. And they didn't play well against Real Sociedad in the Copa del Rey. Here's just me hoping that somehow they'll find a way to draw points. I'm not saying like I would love for them to lose, but even a draw could favor us. But you can never really rely on other teams to do your job for you if you can't do your job yourself, which is what is important. We are the late kickoff, right? We will already know what the score is between Real Madrid and whoever they're playing, either Alaves or whoever they're playing. But what I do know for sure is this: whatever the result is in that game, we just have to focus on our game and make sure that we win. We need to win. Like I mentioned, it's not easy. I get it. We have so many problems. Fixture pileup is insane. And we got games after games after games coming up. And with all this drama that's been happening outside of the pitch, it's not a good thing. But we just have to focus. It's not going to be easy, I know. But I still believe in this team. And I think that we will go out there and we will get the win. Now, as far as lineups is concerned, like I've already mentioned some of the players I think will start. My lineup will be Szczesny in goal. We're going to play a 4-2-3-1 formation of Araujo in defense alongside Inigo. We're going to see Koundé come in alongside Alejandro Balde. I think nothing will change in the fullback positions. Potentially could see Eric Garcia potentially start in this game, and maybe De Jong might get a rest for the game against Dortmund. I expect to see Pedri play. I expect to see Gavi play. I think we're going to see Gavi start in that game. Left, we're going to see Rafinha get back in the lineup alongside Yamal and Robert Lewandowski will be our star striker in that game. And yeah, it's going to be a very, very good game to watch, guys. Make sure you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section below as far as scoreline is concerned. Now, my prediction for a scoreline, I'm going to go Barcelona 2, Real Betis 0. I'm going to say we're going to keep a clean sheet against Real Betis. I know it's going to be hard, but if they don't have Isco, I don't think they're going to score against. I know Anthony has been doing well, but I do believe in us, and we're going to get the win, and then we're going to continue to open that gap. And here's me praying to God that Real Madrid draw points so that we can just open the gap for the big game, obviously, in the Champions League coming up soon. But I am very, very excited. I hope that we can get the job done tomorrow, guys. I believe in these guys. I believe that we will get the job done. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And like I always say whenever I end these streams, Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalonia. And peace, you guys. Take care.